we are going to go through move number 9, which is a double leg stretch, double straight leg stretch. That is sometimes people call it drawbridge. It's quite a technical move, and you need quite a lot of strength to do this move. Not the most simplest of them, let me say. So basically the move, if one was to just show you quickly what it looks like, you're going to be down here. Most people probably have their head and shoulders down, and you will reach the legs away from you as you lower them towards the floor. So I do like that, squeeze the belly as hard as we can, and then lift the back up. Now, yeah, that's a tough move. So it means that we're going to do a few modifications to help you, because it's very easy to get into a little bit of a bother in this one. And the way that would happen is that as we lower in the legs, rather than rolling the legs away from us, a lot of people, what I feel happens is they tilt slightly forward from their pelvis. And if you were to just look at my legs, you wouldn't really notice any difference than if I did that. So, but in one move, I'm moving the legs away from me. In the other move, I'm tilting pelvis back and forth. That's very, very bad and dangerous to do, because even if you are just moving the pelvis slightly forward and then lowering the legs, you're still putting a lot of pressure in those lower vertebrae. So I do find a lot of people find this hard or can be a bit painful. So let's see what we can do to help with that. One thing I think is the easiest way is to put your hands here underneath the butt ever so slightly. When they are there, what happens is it stops your pelvis from rolling forward. So you're staying up, you're lowering the legs, and then you're lifting back up, only using the muscles in the belly. When you don't have any hands, you have a more likelihood that you're going to roll forward. And if you don't think about that, that's when you end up in a problem. Alternatively, you can also lift your head and shoulders up. This also makes it easier because while I come up, I'm putting a bit of pressure onto my powerhouse. So it makes it a little bit easier for me to lowering and lifting the legs. Alternatively, if we're more advanced, we can have our hands behind our head here and keeping them up and then lowering and lifting. But like I said, it does involve quite a lot of strength to do that. Again, if your neck is sore from being up, you can have your head on the ball, like so, and then still have your hands underneath and lowering and lifting. Alternatively, if you're starting off and we're not feeling super strong in the core, we can just lower the legs a little. Don't go all the way down. Don't worry about what other people do and don't do, because it's nothing to do with you. You do you and do what feels safe for you. And if you do feel this in your lower back, you can say to your teacher or go and tell your doctor, really, when I'm lowering my legs, so on and so forth, this happens, because it's crucial. We are trying to strengthen up, but not in the cost of getting any injuries. So little bit, it's so important in this to know where pelvis is and stay present, feel your body when you're lowering and lifting. The longer your legs are, the further they are away from your center point of gravity. That's also going to make it harder for you. So if you're a little more compact, you have your kind of center of gravity, your navel, say, is in between, you have the same amount of length of upper body and lower body. Things like this, where we're extending away, or a plank, for example, is going to be easier for you to do. So definitely people with shorter upper body, longer legs, it's going to be much heavier for you, the lifting. But yeah, I think that kind of, main thing here is make sure you know where pelvis neutral is and make sure your legs doesn't lower. If you're kind of arching off the ground every time you're back, your legs lower, you know, you are not doing this correctly. Back stays still as you're lowering and lifting the legs. And yeah, and if you have any other questions, let me know. Otherwise, stay happy, healthy, and strong.